2001, we faced a crisis on the river, an environmental crisis, and people that you wouldn't imagine would come together, came together and came up with an agreement to solve the problem on the Klamath River and in the Klamath River Basin. Well, right now, this agreement, the KBRA and the KHSA, is waiting for legislation. And right now is the time to push this forward, and in this time it makes sense economically and environmentally to push this agreement forward. And we want to know if we can depend on you to make this happen and to see that we get a congressional hearing.
Well, there'll definitely be a congressional hearing. You can count on that, and we'll do it. We'll do it early. Here's where we are. I think this is the Klamath Basin Restoration, agreement, and there's lots of history here. You're almost too young to remember when we got started on this, but I actually, with Senator Smith, when he was in the Senate, we got the Senate to pass $165 million to put together a comprehensive solution with the fishing families and the tribes and the environmentalists and the like. We couldn't get it through the House. So this has gone on and on for years on end. And here's my take of where we are. There are a whole bunch of things that are very good in the KBRA. Very sensible efforts with tribes and the farmers and the fishing families and everybody have agreed. My sense is there are a couple of big challenges. First, I think it's much more pricey than the Congress is going to accept in this kind of financial climate. And I've said that to the parties, and I've said it to the utilities. I also think we've got to do a better job of broadening out to the stakeholders in the region. For example, I think all of the local officials who supported it in its present form lost their election. And so we better figure out how to broaden the base of support for it. But number one, a lot of good work's gone into it, and work that I agree with. Number two, I think we've got to drive down the price, and that's probably my single biggest concern. And number three, I think we're going to have to broaden out the base of support, because I looked at the local elections and have talked to some of the advocates about it. We're going to have to broaden it out, because I think almost all, if not all, the local elected officials who were for it in its current form lost their elections this last time.
945 followed by 845.